If you're an empath and you clicked on this video, then that probably means you dealt with the narcissist. And you're probably wondering, why am I always attracted to narcissists? Is it me? Is it them? What's really going on? But I'm gonna break it down for you. But first, this is your favorite cousin Rich. I'm a spiritual life coach, and I greatly do appreciate y'all for watching. You need any coaching, need any advice, need any ebooks, anything like that, you can find them all on my website or the link down below. Now, let's go ahead and get started. You're probably wondering why. Why me? Why am I always attracted to narcissists? And the first reason why you always attract narcissists, because I'm an empath and I've always attracted narcissists. And I always wondered this, but I had to do a little deep diving. Off the bat, the first reason why empaths attract narcissists or narcissists are attracted to empaths is because of our natural healing abilities. Yes, we're naturally healers. We're natural healers. You know, we give these narcissists something that they've never felt before. We give them a source of validation. And not a source of validation in the sense of like their skills or their accomplishments or anything like that. We validate them as being humans, as being alive. You know, we heal their souls. We're naturally healers. And this is something that they never have. This is something that they've never been able to give themselves or they've been able to find. So when they find you and you heal that part of them, they're attracted to you even more. They're stuck to you even more. Now, the twisted thing is that they don't know how to handle these relationships. They don't know how to nourish these types of relationships because they've never seen it before. They've never been experienced with it before. They've never seen it displayed before. So a lot of times they're bound to ruin them. But before they ruin it, they are technically attracted to you. They are really attracted to you. They really do want to be with you. But when you lack certain skills and when you lack certain mindsets and when you don't have certain things displayed before you of how to act or how to nourish a proper relationship, guess what? You're bound to fail. You're bound to. And also, if you haven't healed the reasons why you are a narcissist, you know, you're bound to fumble a blessing, which is more than likely, a lot of times, the empath in this situation and the empath in this relationship. To add more fuel to the fire, you have to understand that as an empath, you are a giver, and as a narcissist, there are takers. So as you being a natural giver and them as a natural taker, you just fuel more fuel to their fire. See what happens? So now you see somebody in lack, you see somebody who needs help, and guess what? You jump into action, into your giving mode. And them as a receiver or a taker, guess what? They see you as ultimate supply because you're giving them everything that they need. So now you give, they take. You give, they take. And what happens is you run into this brick wall where this relationship is not reciprocal because you as a giver, you're always giving out. And them as a taker, they're always receiving. But sometimes as a giver, you also need to receive. And as a taker, they also need to give. And when you're in this empath and narcissistic dynamic, when one is not reciprocating and the other is not reciprocating, guess what? You run into a brick wall. That's why empaths always get tired when they're dealing with the narcissist because it's only to a certain limit where you're able to give and not receive. You see, you can always receive and never give. Everybody loves to receive, and it takes a special person to give, and that's you, the empath, who always gives. So when you find yourself in that brick wall that you're always giving and you're never receiving, that's what happens. The narcissist got you. Now check it. Everybody has flaws, right? Of course, everybody has flaws. Nobody has flaws but one person. Narcissist. Let them tell it. Now, the thing about a narcissist is that they have this grandiose personality that covers up their flaws. That's why they are boisterous or more than life, bigger than life, or they think they're God's gift to earth, right? So the thing about it is, as empaths, we're able to see people's flaws, especially narcissists. We see what they're covering up. We see that. And sometimes we really feel sorry for them. Sometimes we look past their flaws and we accept them. And the way that we accept them with their flaws. And to a narcissist, this is different. You know, the way that you approach a narcissist or the way that you heal or the way that you love a narcissist is different than anybody else. You heal them past their insecurities. And to them, this is strange. To them, this is amazing. That's why they are attracted to you even more, because you love the real them. You love the them that they couldn't even love themselves. That's big. That's deep. But the thing that always bites the narcissist in the ass is that they forget that they have flaws. They forget that you were going out on a limb to be with them. They forgot that. See? So now when you don't have that recollection that you have flaws, that somebody's going out on a limb, you know, to overlook your flaws, your red flags, to be with you, you're bound to do this one thing, and that's show your ass. Yeah, you bound to show your ass. Your mask is bound to slip and fall. And when the real you really shows itself, that's when empaths gotta go. That's when we can no longer stay there. That's when that potential finally turns sour. Now, narcissists love to manipulate. They love to manipulate. And you as an empath, you want somebody to be truthful. You hoping that somebody's telling the truth. You hoping that these people are truthful. A lot of times they're not. But how they get us is that they're manipulative. They use their manipulation tactics in order to get over one on us, you know? A lot of times we probably feel like they're probably telling the truth or they're probably lying, but like I said, we want them to tell the truth. We're hoping that they're telling the truth. So we let things slide. But them being manipulative, they'll do anything and everything that they possibly can to continue this vicious cycle. If it means blackmailing you, if it means gaslighting you, if it means, you know, being toxic, whatever the case may be, they would do it in order to have their way. And I'm pretty sure you've experienced that as well. A narcissist doing anything and everything in their power that they can do in order to have their way, in order to have control. And this is not a good kind of control in order to make sure that they're leading us to the promised land or anything of that sort. No, it's in order for them to win and for them to win, point blank, period. Why? Because a narcissist is only self-centered. A narcissist only thinks about themselves and nobody else. So as long as they're winning, they're cool. Now I'm gonna keep it real with you, really, really real with you. A lot of times why we attract narcissists or narcissists linger around us or hang around with us is because we don't have boundaries. Sometimes we say yes when we should say no. Sometimes we allow things that we shouldn't allow. Sometimes we just, you know, don't have certain boundaries that we're supposed to have. And a narcissist knows this. They instinctually feel this. And they take advantage of that. Not in a good way, but they take advantage of it. And they use it and abuse it. And sometimes we have to go through these narcissistic relationships to really understand how we need to protect ourselves, how we need to have boundaries, how we need to learn to say no, you know, when we really feel it, and not saying yes when we don't need to be people pleasers and things of that sort. Because a lot of times that's what we're doing. We're trying to people please. We're trying to make sure people are pleased. And it's not in the sense that we need that validation or anything of that sort. No, that's just instinctually in us from something in our past of why we're people pleasers. We want people to be happy. And sometimes we give this out to the wrong people, aka narcissists. So we have to have boundaries. We have to know when we need to say no, you know. And if we're saying yes because we genuinely want to say yes, not because we want somebody to be pleased, you know. So a lot of times the reason why narcissists hang around us or we attract narcissists is because we don't have certain boundaries as we should have. And that's no fault to us. Sometimes we just weren't taught. Like me, I wasn't necessarily taught the certain boundaries that I should have as a person when I'm dealing with outside people. But guess what? We live and we learn, and we know we're never going to make those mistakes ever again. Now, I hope that you found some valuable information in this video. Again, this is your favorite cousin Rich, and I greatly do appreciate y'all for watching. Also, I am a spiritual life coach, so if you need any questions answered, you need some advice, you would like a spiritual life coaching session, or you need an ebook to help you out through anything that you're going through, especially one on narcissists, I have them all on my website that you can find the link right down below. Again, I greatly do appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all be safe. Love and blessings.